Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another edition of Thrylos 7 International. I am Kostas Llanos, or Kostas with a K, and I am live at Giorgios Karaiskakis covering Olympiacos' first home Europa League match since winning the Europa Conference League last season in the final against Fiorentina at the Papa Arena. And I am covering Olympiacos versus Braga, Olympiacos' second European match this season after their loss to Lyon 2-0 at the Groupama Stadium a week ago. Before we get to it, guys, please, if you haven't done so, like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. It helps spreading the word about our amazing international community for all Olympiacos fans around the world. We've got over 10,000 followers on Instagram alone. We got people watching us from every single continent, bar Antarctica, and we are being watched by over 100 countries. Let's keep growing, guys. Let's keep growing. And yeah, if you haven't done so as well, please do support us on Patreon. It only takes a minute to get this done. Patreon.com/Thrylos7INTL. You can join us for as little as $1. You get some amazing perks as you get to see exclusive content from our amazing interviews with several people from Olympiacos and around Greek football and sports worldwide. You also get to join our WhatsApp group, which has a life of its own and has some amazing takes and quite a community in there. And the best part, if you join us as a Patreon, we're going to tell you the things we cannot tell on camera about everyone's favorite Greek club, Olympiacos. And guys, more importantly than anything, we are nominated, guys. We are nominated in the upcoming Football Content Awards, the ceremony taking place on November 21 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. We are nominated for Best International Podcast. If you haven't done so, guys, please vote for us. You will find the link in the description below. First line, please, we need your vote. Let's do this. Let's win this award. Let's bring it home to Piraeus and keep spreading the word for Olympiacos. Voting ends on 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, October 13th. So let's spread the word, guys. Let's spread the word. Now over to the big game, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Olympiacos are facing Braga, and here are the lineups for tonight's big match. Sorry about that, guys. Connection here is terrible, you should know. Okay, so Jose Luis Mendilibar, who's at full strength for this big match tonight, has opted for his usual 4-2-3-1 formation. Konstantis Tsolakis in goal. Kostinia at right back. Francisco Ortega on the other side. Panos Retsos and David Carmo at center back. Santiago Eze in midfield with Christos Mousakitis in a European competition. All Olympiacos fans who are big fans of the youth league team that won the title last season are getting their wish. Rodinei on the right side. Zelson Martins returns from his injury on the left side, and Chiquinho plays behind El Kabi. I'll repeat the lineup. Tsolakis in goal. Kostinas at right back. Ortega on the other side. Retsos and Carmo at center back. Eze and Mousakitis in midfield. Rodinei on the right wing. Zelson on the other Retsos, of course, is Olympiacos' captain for tonight's affair. If anyone, okay, guys, can anyone confirm if they can hear me right now? Because the Wi-Fi here is terrible. Can anyone confirm? Sorry, guys. I sincerely apologize to all of you who have joined us. The Wi-Fi here is absolutely horrendous, and plus, like, this is something that we're doing on our downtime, so I literally have zero support when I'm doing this. It's just me, no one else helping out, so there's nothing else I can do right now. So we're gonna try and make this work as best as we can. I'm gonna say the lineup again because I have no idea what's going on in terms of sound, and I'm not having any feedback or support. Tsolakis in goal, Costini at right back, Ortega at left back, Captain Retsos with Carmo at centre back, Eze with Musakitis in midfield, Rodine on the right flank, Zelson Martins on the other side, and Chiquinho behind El Kabi. Carlos Carvalhal, the Braga manager, returns at Karaiskaki after a hapless stint with Olympiacos that saw us getting eliminated by eternal rivals Panathinaikos in the Greek Cup. It's a 4-3-3 formation for Braga. Mateus in goal, João Ferreira at right back, Adrian Marin on the other side, Bright REMB at centre back, Sikunya Kate at centre back with him, Vitor Carvalho in midfield with two former Olympiacos players in Bruma and everyone's favorite Braga player today at Karaiskaki, Andre Horta, who received a standing ovation during training from the Olympiacos faithful. Gabri Martinez on the right flank up front with Captain Ricardo Horta, who is Andres' brother on the other side, and Roberto Fernandez spearheading the attack. As for the bench, Olympiacos have Paschalakis, Piancon, Pirola, Stamenic, Velde, Garcia, Yaremchuk, Willian, Masuras, Oliveira, Doi, and Babis Kostulas. Braga have Gomez, El Wazani, Fernandez, Sa, no relation to Jose Sa, Garbi, Ribeiro, Gultan, Gorbi, Marquez, Noro, Vasconcelos, and Hornicek. So Olympiacos are at full strength tonight at Georgios Karaiskakis, whereas Braga are without Rodrigo Salazar, Paulo Oliveira, Robson Bamboo, and ex-Porto as well as ex-Wolves star João Moutinho. Olympiacos, as everybody knows, have recently picked up a very important win against Atromitos to stop the rot that saw Olympiacos suffering a hapless draw with Panetolikos in this stadium at Georgios Karaiskakis, as well as two miserable losses on the road against Aris and Lyon, who were our first Europa League opponents. Olympiacos are returning to the dressing room. I don't know if you can hear the fans. They're getting a very warm ovation as we're gearing up for tonight's affair. So Olympiacos are looking for their first European victory this season. First match at Georgios Karaiskakis since eliminating Aston Villa in the semi-finals. Scored 2-0 with 2 goals by Ayub El Kabi, who's going to be very much needed in tonight's affair.
I filozofi di Europa che si tratta fanno rispetto alla
The lineups are being heard right now. I don't know if you can hear the background. You probably can't. So I remind you, Mateus, Ferreira, Marin, RMB, Nyakate, Carvalho, Andre Horta, Bruma, Ricardo Horta, Martinez, and Fernandez. And reminding you for Olympiacos, Jolakis, Costinia, Retsos, Carmo, Ortega, Eze, Musakidis, Rodinei, Selson, El Kabi.
Olympiacos, αγωνιστή με την ακόλουθη δεκάδα. Νούμερο 88, Κωνσταντής Τζολάκης. Νούμερο 3, Φρανσίσκο Ορτέγα. Νούμερο 9, Αγίου Ελκάβη. Νούμερο 10, Ζέσο Μαρτίνς. Número 16, David Carmo. Número 20, Costinia. Número 22, Sicilio. Número 23, Rodine. Número 32, Santiago Estes. Número 45, Παναγιώτης Ρέτσος. Και νούμερο 96, Χρήστος Μουζακούτης. Αναπληρωματική, Αλέξανδρος Πασχαλάκης. Γιουλιάν Πλατών. Λορέντσο Πινόλα. Μάρκος Στάμενιτς. Κριστοφέρ Βέντερ.
I don't know if you can hear what's going on in the background, but Christos Mouzakitis got the warmest ovation out of anyone here at Giorgos Karaiskakis. Karaiskakis speak right now. Braga have had quite a good start in the Primeira Liga this season. Mendilibar just receiving a very, very, very warm ovation, despite make it four hapless performances. Well, the Atromitos performance wasn't too bad, but despite some negativity, Carlos Carvalhal got booed on his way into the pitch to meet Mendilibar, who of course was treated like a god, but Carvalhal got booed out of the building. Bruma, I'm not so sure if people pay too much attention, but Horta, of course, very, very, very warm ovation. So back to Braga, they've had quite a start in the season. 4 wins in their first 7 matches in the Primeira Liga, only lost once to Vitória Guimarães. when it comes to Europe, they started. They had a good start. Well, define good start. Well, they won. They barely won against Maccabi Tel Aviv. They won 2-1 at home against Maccabi Tel Aviv. They had quite a bit of quite a journey to the Europa League phase. Very difficult to call this right now. They got eliminated of Petach Tikva in the second qualifying round. Then they got eliminated of Servet in the third qualifying round. And then they offloaded Rapid Wien in the playoff round. They don't. Braga don't really have what you would call a top scorer so far. When it comes to the Primera Liga, you got El Ghazani, Gabriel Martinez, Bruma, and Salazar leading the line with 2 goals each. That's barely impressive. When it comes to the assists, we got Adrian Marin, Gabriel Martinez, Bruma, and Rodrigo Salazar with 2 assists each. But when it comes to overall, Carlos Carvalhal's top goal scorer overall is ex-Olympiacos player Bruma with 4 goals across all competitions. Bruma had a good loan stint at Olympiacos, more than just decent, I would say. A very good loan stint from PSV Eindhoven. It was during the 2020-2021 season. Scored a goal against Panathinaikos, and also scored a goal against Panathinaikos as a Braga player last season in the European qualifiers. His second goal against Panathinaikos. So hopefully he's not going to do the same thing tonight. And hopefully Andre Horta is going to prove that Olympiacos did well to not push too much to sign for him. Of course, Olympiacos tried very hard to get Andre Horta, but financially this was a deal that couldn't happen. Plus, Carlos Carvalhal, the man that brought Andre Horta to Olympiacos, took over in the middle of the summer preseason and decided that, hey, you know what? I kind of want Horta to stay because, hey, I'm the one who brought him to Olympiacos. I really rate him, so he's staying with me. So that worked against us. Let's hope this was the last time Carlos Carvalhal hurt Olympiacos's ambitions. Let's check some of your comments. Nikos Tsoukalas, Niki. Πάμε ρε Νίκο, πάμε να δούμε. We got a comment here from Stathis Padasoulas. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're saying there, pal. Kostas Levoyanis, my co-host, is joining us as well. Πάμε ρε Κώστα, πάμε με την νίκη. A big shout out to Kostas Levoyanis, as well as our other co-hosts in Aris Bouloubasis, Labros Irmos, Dimitris Kouintsidis, and of course Martial Debo. I'm not sure if Martial wants me to say his last name every time I'm on the show, because Martial always goes by his first name. I don't know, like he has a bit of a Jay-Z thing going on. I always forget to ask him. Ben, a comment here from Ben. Mouzakitis will make a statement today. I think he will. I mean, the thing that we're seeing from all the youngsters like Mouzakitis, like Babis Kostoulas, like Bakulas, like Papakanelos, like Koutsidis, every time they get on the pitch, on the one hand, they are very talented. On the other hand, they do have a chip on their shoulder. They do want to prove themselves. So I really am looking forward to this. And I do believe we're going to see something very special from them. George Botts is also joining us. Kalispera, let's hope for a big win. Let's go, George. Let's hope so. Olympiacos definitely need this. They got a derby coming up against Panathinaikos at Oaka. The two teams are making their way to the pitch from Thrylos, from gate 7. Thrylos are paying tribute to Olympiacos' 100 years. 19, 20, 20. They are showing the numbers of today's season, 2024, 2025. Right, guys. Seems I'm back. Thank you for still sticking by. The Wi-Fi is absolutely terrible at Karaiskaki. It's absolutely horrendous, and I know this from other people who are here as well. The other journalists are having trouble with the Wi-Fi as well. So Olympiacos thought they opened the scoring on 5 minutes. Zelson Martins broke from the left. He passed to El Kabi, who scored in front of open goal, but the referees deemed that he was offside. VAR agreed with that. Olympiacos are looking strong so far. The high press is in full effect, as we can see so far. Braga had a good moment with Bruma early on. He tried to volley the ball over Zolakis, but missed the goal by quite much right now. Olympiacos stealing the ball with Costinia down the right. He tries, he tries to release El Kabi, but his cross has too much power into it. Nothing comes of it. Now Braga with the ball, trying to play out the back. I'm struggling to remember Olympiacos playing out the back under Carvalhal. Olympiacos are stealing the ball with their high press with Rodinei. And here's Chiquinho. Chiquinho loses the ball. But Braga losing the ball again. Ortega now. Passes to Celson Martins on his left. Martins back to Ortega. Ortega's looking for the cross. He tries to get it, and it's the first corner for Olympiacos in the 10th minute of the match. Yes, Ben, Pame. Yes, George, a great tifo for the UECL win. Olympiacos. Let's see what comes now of this corner kick. Down the left, here's the cross. It's cleared from the near post. There's Rodinei, he's outside, he can't shoot, he got a really bad touch. Ortega now at the back, needs to be careful, he's under pressure there. Passes it to the back at Zolakis. Bruma giving Olympiacos' defense quite a lot to think about. Martins tried to attack down the left, but he was dispossessed. Olympiacos regain, and it's Rodinei now. Rodinei, will he shoot? He tries a shot, and it's deflected on a defender. Now Braga are going to come on the counter-attack, but a great sliding tackle by Christos Mousakitis, who gets a very, very warm reception from the fans, a very warm reaction from the fans every time he gets the ball. A lot of belief for the youth league winner, the 17-year-old who's making his European debut tonight at Giorgos Karaiskakis against Braga. Ball goes back to Carmo, passes to Retsos, the captain for tonight's match. Passes back to Carmo. We have missed that duo at center back. Olympiacos' passing is a little off, giving the ball away a little too easily down their final third. Now Braga are trying to play out the back, try to clear the ball. Braga are under pressure though when they're trying to play out the back. Now let's see, here's the cross for Bruma, but it goes straight to Zolakis. Bruma seems to be playing in a false nine kind of role here. We thought Fernandez would be spearheading the attack, but it seems that it's Bruma instead who's doing it. Fernandez seems to be behind Bruma. Bruma as a false 10, it seems. More of a 4-4-2 kind of formation, it seems, or a 4-4-1-1 formation for Braga, rather than the 4-3-3 formation we thought initially. Very loud here at Karaiskaki, doing the famous Olympiacos chant from either side, starting from Thrylos, of course. Carmo with a long ball down to Rodinei. Can he get to it? He cannot, but he gets a free throw down the right flank. Costinia now throws it to Eze. Eze dispossessed, but gets another free throw. Olympiacos trying to break in, but are dispossessed again. A long ball, but it's another free throw for Olympiacos. The ball goes back to Retsos, who's under pressure, but passes it to Carmo. Fernandez and Bruma are exchanging roles up front, but it is obvious that Bruma is far more. He's playing a more of a forward role than we initially thought in this 4-3-3 formation. We thought he was going to be covering the left flank. Retsos gives the ball away. Here comes Braga now. Here comes Braga with Martinez. Martinez still with the ball. He's going to try a shot, but he is stopped by a sliding tackle by Retsos. Still Braga now with the ball. Trying to open now. Horta, oh, it seems like Horta just gets the ball, but it's dispossessed. He's dispossessed now by Musakitis. And we're off now with Rodine. But no, it goes out for a free throw. Costinha passes it to Eze. Eze still with the ball. Eze trying to break. Costinha with a cross. There's a cross cleared from the area. Eze with a cross. Braga tried to clear, but there's Zelson Martins. Bad touch, heavy touch there for the from the Portuguese. He passes it to Ortega, who's coming in, and it's cleared. Another free throw for Olympiacos. I synced you with the TV because you're a few minutes in front. Damn Wi-Fi by George Spotsis. George, I'm trying to do my best here. Of course, I'm ahead because I'm in the stadium. We're trying to be. I'm trying to do the best I can now with this horrible Wi-Fi at Karaiskakis. Ortega now waiting. Oh, we're having an injury. It seems to Mateus. Mateus is having a bit of an issue there in Braga's goal. Braga's physios have entered the pitch. Not sure what's wrong with him. Plus, I don't have a monitor here. Thank you so much for that, Olympiacos. Thank you, Georgios Karaiskakis. Thank you for the monitor. Carvalhal, though, is taking this opportunity to offer some advice, some instructions to Martinez, who's covering the right flank of Braga's attack tonight. Of course, Mendilibar is doing the same thing with Costinha, who's going to be covering right back at Olympiacos tonight. But at times he's covering the entire right flank with Rodine playing as an inverted winger. Retsos now with the ball. Everything's okay with Mateus Nunez. Back to Carmo. A deep ball for Chiquinho, who holds on after a heavy touch. Passes it back to Ortega down the left. Here's Musakitis. Passes to Retsos. Retsos to Eze. Back to Musakitis. Carmo. A very good ball for Chiquinho. For El Kabi, I mean. He's in the area. He was in the area. He went for a header. He thought he was going to get a header, but completely miscalculated the ball by Carmo. A good moment, though, for Olympiacos. Olympiacos are finding spaces and ways to attack and make their way to the area. It showed by the disallowed goal, but that showed that found El Kabi just offside. Now here's Elson Martins down the left. He looks good coming back from his injury very quickly after his injury. Musakitis with a very good ball to Rodine down the right. Rodine with a cross to El Kabi, misses him, and that's another corner for Olympiacos. That was a very smart clearance from the Braga defender as Zelson Martins was running behind him. Olympiacos taking this corner with Mouzakitis. Mouzakitis will be taking the corners down the left. He has a really good cross. Here it comes. There's a header, but Mateus Nunez, Mateus picks it up. Thanks for that, George. But you see, I was doing IT work at that time. I couldn't really watch what was going on. You can thank Olympiacos' Wi-Fi for that, George. Braga now on the attack with a free throw down the right. Horta passes it back. Braga not finding too many spaces. Olympiacos are high up and they have a lot of bodies on them. Here's Horta now, Andre that is. Passes it to Bruma, who has space down the left. He tries to, with a release to Martinez, but it's cleared by the Olympiacos defense. Now El Capi trying to hold on to the ball, and he passes to Chiquinho. Gelson Martins was too slow, and here comes El Capi, but Mateus beats him to the ball. A clearance by the Braga goalkeeper. Carmo is a little careless there. He clears with his head. Braga are calling for a penalty as Carmo fell a little too hard on Fernandez. The Braga center forward. Braga are calling for a penalty. Fernandez looks a lot better. Well, he's looking at the referee. He's looking at he's not getting a penalty. So he's acting like he's injured again. VAR is obviously looking at that. VAR is looking at everything. So basically, Carmo miscalculated a long ball, didn't go for it first, and just managed to clear it with a header for a free throw down the left. Fernandez is back, but there's nothing. Now here's Horta. Horta looking to release the ball, passes it back to the center back duo of Nyakate and Ariembi. They pass it now back to Mateus. Here's Nyakate. Tries a long ball to Bruma, but he's dispossessed. Here's Eze. Eze, dispossessed as well. Olympiacos the passing is not great. It's still not great. But Braga are also easily dispossessed. Now with Ariembi at the back. Horta is playing very deep for Braga right now. Here's Bruma. Back to Horta, who's just everywhere in Braga's midfield. That's exactly what we missed. That's why we really wanted him to cover the central and defensive midfield area. El Capi gets the header. A lot of pressure there, but Braga managed to play through. Here's Ricardo Horta passing it to Bruma. Oh, this is dangerous for Olympiacos. Martinez, but Zollakis blocks him and immediately releases Gelson Martins. But he's dispossessed. There's Ricardo Horta. Oh, and Andre Horta. And it's a foul for Braga. A good position for Braga. Of course, they're going to go for a cross there. They're not going to do a Luciano de Souza circa Leoforos 2001. Ricardo Horta now passes it to his brother Andre. Ricardo 3 years older than Andre, but this is dangerous. Martinez didn't get much of that header. Didn't calculate the Andres cross very well. And Zollakis gets to it first and passes it to Ortega on the left. As I was saying, Ricardo 3 years older than his brother Andre. They both came out from Benfica and Vitória Setúbal. They played together for those two teams. And now they're playing on a senior level at Braga. Zollakis passes to Retsos. Retsos now to Costinha down the right. To Rodinei, who happens to be our best winger so far. Of course, Masouras and Zelson have been injured. Zelson, we expected, Christopher Velde, we expected a much better start from the Norway international. I don't know why you're congratulating me there, George. There's Carmo with a long ball, looking for El Capi, but it's cleared by Nyakate. Here's Andre. RMB to Mateus, who's under pressure by El Kabi. Very bad pass from the Braga goalkeeper. The Braga goalkeeper is not very composed when he's on the ball. He gave away a free throw down the right. If there's one player to whom the high press works the most, it is Mateus, the Braga goalkeeper. Braga now are clearing, but they are dispossessed. And here's Musakitis, but there's a foul by Retsos. The foul was on Fernandez. There's Andre now with the ball. Olympiacos are struggling with Martinez down the right. He finds it very easy. Martinez and Fernandez, for that matter. They find it very easy to break through the defense and meet long balls. And that's really on to Costinia and Retsos. Here's Andre. Long ball. Finds his brother Ricardo on the other side, but he gets a very, very heavy touch. Zolakis is going to play this quick? No, not that quick. He's going to go for a long ball, I think. He's going to go for a free kick. Taking his time, it's going to be a free kick, a long free kick. It's going to go deep. By the way, from now on, when I say Andre, I mean Andre Horta. When I say Ricardo Horta, I mean Ricardo. I can't say Horta anymore. Rodinei, he goes through on the right. Runs forward, tries a shot, and it's stopped by Mateus. A very good save by the Braga goalkeeper on the 25th minute. Olympiacos still on the attack. Here's Zelson down the left. Zelson, he can shoot. He does, and it's out. It is wide. Out for a free kick. But a very good attack from Olympiacos. I gotta tell you, I did not see Olympiacos being that lethal against Panetolikos or Aris, or Lyon for that matter. We are seeing an improved Olympiacos so far in the first 25 minutes, but we're gonna have to see more. We're gonna need to see more right there from Olympiacos, especially in Europe. George, thank you again, but just letting you know that Kostas Zolakis goes by Kostadis Zolakis. It is official. It's Kostadis Zolakis, not Kostas Zolakis. Retsos clears the ball. Eze to Costinia. Costinia with a long ball looking for El Kabi. It's cleared, and here is Musakitis. Musakitis is going to pass it to his left. To Ortega, still getting warm applause. The 17-year-old ace of Olympiacos, the Youth League winner from last season that helped Olympiacos become the first ever youth team to win a European title. Hell, the first Greek club to win a European title, because that happened before the Europa Conference League in May. Retsos now with the ball. Dribbles around Bruma. Passes to Rodinei. Rodinei now looking for space. Passes it back to Retsos. And I think he's going to pass it back to Zolakis. Zolakis goes deep. Looking for El Kabi. El Kabi's doing a good job holding on to the ball and freezing the game. Here's Mateus now. He's going to go deep. He goes deep. Ortega now gets the ball down the left. He's under pressure, but manages to hold on. Ortega and gets the foul. I'm situated in a position that is hard for me to see players, especially those from Braga. I think that was Ricardo, and I also don't have a monitor, guys. Here's Retsos now, down to Costina, down the right, and he's dispossessed. He's dispossessed by Martinez, who's trying to find Bruma, but Eze gets to it. Rodinei now, passes to Musakitis. Musakitis to Ortega. Zelson there for help, and he gets the ball. Zelson, what a dribble that was. What an amazing dribble. And here's Chiquinho, very bad pass. But it's a foul for Zelson that took place earlier. The Olympiacos players calling for a yellow card, but the referee won't have it. A good position for Olympiacos now. A good cross there would do wonders. Dangerous position there for Olympiacos. On the 28th minute at Georgios Karaskakis. The fans have not stopped chanting. Amazing atmosphere from Olympiacos fans, especially Thira Efta, gate 7. Chiquinho now is with a free kick. That's where we need Sergio Oliveira to regain full fitness, because nobody hits better set pieces than Sergio Oliveira. We need this guy to find full fitness soon. The same goes for Willian, a fantastic player. Both of them on the bench. Chiquinho, he passes to Rodine. Rodine with a cross. I don't know what he was doing there. Just giving it away there. That was very poor from Olympiacos. They get the free throw, but I don't understand why they didn't go deep. I don't know what Rodine was supposed to be doing there. Ferreira now, a long ball. Braga under pressure. The high press is working really well against them. Martinez now, who's gone deep to help out. To Bruma. Bruma is facing two Olympiacos players, and it's a free throw for Braga. Horta trying to play it quickly, but he's going to leave it for Marin. Marin trying to find Martinez, and Costinia throws it out for another free kick. The Braga substitutes are already warming up. No sign of the Olympiacos sub so far. Olympiacos now with Rodine trying to break through. Rodine, still Rodine. It's dispossessed. Bruma passing it back. But there's Chiquinho. El Capi now to Celso Martins. Olympiacos are looking to break quickly, but they can't. It's taking too long. Eze releasing Ortega down the left. He's got space. Passes it to Mouzakidis. Mouzakidis with a very good cross, but Ortega's just beaten to it. Mouzakidis. No, Eze, I'm sorry. Eze passing it back to Mouzakidis. Definitely Mouzakidis now. Rodine plays it to Costinia, who has space down the right. The young Portuguese ace has space. There's Chiquinho. Chiquinho. The ball goes out. Here's Mouzakidis. Passing it to Zelson down the left. Zelson. Still Zelson. Passes it to Eze. Eze with a shot. And it is palmed away by Mateus. And who throws it away for a corner kick for Olympiacos. That's Olympiacos' second shot on target in this match. Both of them were really good. Gate 7 going crazy here. After a lovely choreo, or tifo for all English speaking fans. Mouzakidis now down the left, taking the corner kick. Whips it in, and it's cleared in the near post. Olympiacos though still on it, but there's a clearance. Rodine will get to the ball first. Pass it to Zolakis. Does so. It's 32 minutes into the match, guys. If you haven't done so already, please do like and subscribe. There's already over 100 of you in this live stream. So if you haven't done so, please do like and subscribe. And vote for us, guys. Vote for us. We're nominated for an award in England. Do not forget. Link in the description. Here's now Eze down the right. And there's another corner kick for Olympiacos on the right this time. Down the right-hand side this time. Chiquinho now on the corner kick. Whips it in. And there's a header, but it's out. Goes out for a free kick. I believe it was Retsos. Yes, it was Retsos, but the referee's actually giving another corner kick for Olympiacos as there was a deflection. Chiquinho now will take this corner kick on. Passes it to Rodine. Rodine going to go for the cross, and he does so. There was a deflection that went straight to Mateus. Mateus now trying to play out the back. Gelson Martins providing pressure. Braga are really struggling with the high press. They really are. Olympiacos doing a very good job there. Ferreira now passes it to Ricardo. Ricardo dispossessed by Rodine, but it's a foul. Here's Nyakate. RMB. Nyakate again. Passes it to Martinez. Costinia gets there and Retsos will clear. Rodine is alone there, him and Nyakate. Nyakate gonna play it to Marin. Marin trying to find Fernandez, but Carmo heads it away. Carmo, of course, was brought in by Carlos Carvalhal. In fact, Carlos Carvalhal told former sporting director, Olympiacos former sporting director Pedro Alves, during the last January transfer window, not to come back from Portugal without Carmo. That was before both of them were sacked, both Carvalhal and Alves. Olympiacos now with Eze. They're playing out a free throw. Eze passing it to Ortega, his fellow Argentine. Ortega now, still Ortega with the ball. Pass it back to Carmo. Carmo now trying to find Rodine down the right, but it's cleared. Mouzakitis finding Rodine. Mouzakitis has been almost flawless during this first half. Rodine releasing Costinia. It's Chiquinho with the cross, followed by Zelson, but it's cleared, and there's Ortega. 35 minutes at Karaiskaki, guys. 10 minutes until halftime. Ortega passes it to Zelson. Zelson with the ball. There's the cross. Here's Chiquinho. Really bad. Costinia tries a shot, even worse, and it's out for a free kick for Braga. Mateus getting ready to take this free kick on. Mateus passes it to Nyakate, to Mari now. Horta is asking for the ball. Andre, that is. Marin finds Andre. Andre trying to hold on. He released it. He's released. Still Andre with the ball, and there's the foul by Mouzakitis. Braga trying to play the ball quickly, but the referee calls it back. RMB passes it to Andre. Andre to Carvalho. Carvalho back to Nyakate. Nyakate passes it to Marin. Bruma. We haven't seen Bruma with the ball in a while. There's Carvalho trying to release Andre and Fernandez. Fernandez gets the ball. Here's Andre down the left. Excuse me, that's Ricardo. They look so alike, those two brothers. Mouzakitis now. Mouzakitis taking too long, but he finds El Kabi. El Kabi trying to release Zelson, but it catches a deflection. Mouzakitis now with the block, and it's a free kick down the left for Braga. Bruma plays it back to Ricardo. No, to Andre. God damn it, they look so alike. Olympiacos now with El Kabi, who gets the ball. Zelson. Not enough bodies. Not too fast, not too quick. Olympiacos are taking too long. Ortega tried to release Zelson, but there was too much power on that cross. Mateus gets there. Ferreira passes it back to RMB. Nyakate. Nyakate now to Marin. Marin back to Nyakate. El Kabi with the pressure. Mateus to Carvalho. Carvalho back to RMB. RMB to Mateus. A long ball by Mateus. Olympiacos though getting it back. Just managed to. Andre now plays it back. Here's Bruma now, down the left, and he has space. Costinha marking him. Bruma, still Bruma. Bruma to Ricardo. Andre to Ricardo. And what a save by Zoulakis. What a save by Zoulakis with his right hand. Denying Ricardo Horta, Andre Horta's brother, a fine left-footed finish. And here is Braga's first corner kick of the match, with Ricardo Horta going to take it. Ricardo Horta, of course, the Braga captain for tonight. Here's the corner kick by Ricardo. There's Carvalho with a header. Easy pickings for Zoulakis. Zoulakis down the left to Ortega. Ortega back to Carmo. Carmo to Eze. He has Retsos next to him and Ricardo Horta in front of him. Eze looking for support. Passes it back to Carmo. Carmo now tries to find El Kabi, but it's dispossessed. Here's Andre. Carvalho. RMB plays it quickly down the right to Ferreira. Still Ferreira back to RMB. Braga playing the ball backwards a lot. Andre back to RMB. RMB down the right. That was a bad pass there. I think it was Carvalho. Either Carvalho or Ferreira. There's Andre. Still Andre to Ferreira. Carvalho. Pass it back to RMB. Andre. Still Andre. Andre tries to get cleared, but there's Ortega. Carvalho. Back to RMB. RMB to Nyakate. RMB again. Pereira trying to play. Cleared by Olympiacos. There's Bruma down the left. Bruma now to Ricardo. Ricardo playing it to Marin. He's got space. He tries to get to cross through, but Costinha blocks. Oh no! That's actually a free kick for Olympiacos. Looks like Costinha's block led to another block by Marin. Or is it? No, it is a corner kick. Ricardo Horta going for it. Down the left, Braga's second corner kick of the night. Ricardo whips it in. Cleared by Carmo. There's Muzakitis, tries to find Zelson. Zelson with the header. He has no support. Bruma now. Bruma passes it back to RMB. RMB to Bruma. Still Bruma. Tries to play Martinez through. But there's Retsos. Passing it back to Ortega. Well, there's Zoulakis as well. 41 minutes into the match, guys. 4 minutes until halftime. Carmo passes it to Retsos. Olympiacos had two good opportunities and a goal that was ruled out by El Kabi for offside by Zelson Martins, who was the one that released the El Kabi in front of open goal. Then there was a good shot by Rodine and another good shot by Eze, both of which were palmed away by Mateus. Now Marin going to play Braga out from the left. There's Retsos passing it to Carmo. Carmo's going to pass it back to Zoulakis, the goalkeeper. Zoulakis clearing it. Can El Kabi get to it? He does. Gets the header, but there's a lot of distance between El Kabi and the two wingers, especially Zelson Martins at all times. There's Fernandez, dispossessed by Retsos, but they say that was a foul. Braga trying to play it quickly to Ricardo, but the referee plays it back. Fernandez seems to be in pain. And the Braga physio is waiting for the okay to come on in. Seems though that he's okay. There was an issue with Mateus earlier on, but the Braga goalkeeper has been fine ever since. There is an issue there. But Fernandez gets back up. It took him a little while. He's walking, and he has a bit of a limp. Panos Retsos got booked for that challenge on Fernandez. I thought it was quite soft. Quite a soft challenge there. Fernandez, of course, is still limping. But nevertheless, it's a yellow card for Retsos. Andre now going to take the Andre now with the long ball. Andre to Carvalho. Carvalho just misses it. Zolakis going to play it out back. Zolakis now. Rodinei. Zelson now, he's released. Zelson has space. He releases to El Kabi. There's the shot. That's a goal! Goal for Olympiacos in the 45th minute. Olympiacos are ahead with the usual suspect, Ayub El Kabi, Zelson Martins. And it's 2 minutes of stoppage time to go. Olympiacos' first European goal of the season. And it's Ayub El Kabi who does it. The stadium is rocking. That was exactly what Olympiacos needed. Zelson Martins was released brilliantly just outside the Braga area, held on to the ball very well and found El Kabi behind him, who found space and released a fantastic curling effort that beat Mateus, who couldn't do anything as he launched to his right. And the ball hit his bottom right corner. 2 minutes of stoppage time to go. Sorry I couldn't see much, but my colleague Kostas Levoyanis has been telling me things to do. He still thinks I'm IT, so I missed a few things. So here's Ricardo, who's being dispossessed. Olympiacos now really need to hold on to that lead. The best thing that could happen to Olympiacos in the dying minutes of the first half. Here's Fernandez, pass it back to Bruma down the left. Bruma, pass it back to Carvalho. Carvalho, Andre, Fernandez, Marin. The ball goes out and there's a foul on Martins, surely. And it's a yellow card to Carvalho. Carvalho bringing Martins down tactically, and he's being booked for that. First Braga player to be booked in this match after Retsos got booked for Olympiacos. 1.5 minutes of stoppage time gone by, but there's going to be a little extra because of the celebrations. And that's halftime at Karaiskakis. Olympiacos are 1-0 ahead thanks to Ayub El Kabi's late opener in the 45th minute of the match. Zelson Martins was brilliantly released right outside the edge of the area. Braga made a horrible mistake. And guess who made that mistake? It was Andre Horta. Out of all people, it was Andre Horta who made that mistake. So there's for everyone who has been begging for Andre Horta to come back and bashing Marinakis and Mendilibar, and everyone who has anything to do with Olympiacos for not re-signing Andre Horta. Andre Horta giving the ball back to Zelson, who had a lot of space. He passed it back to El Kabi, who fired a wonderful curling effort to put Olympiacos ahead. Halftime at Olympiacos. I'm going to take a bit of a break, and I'm going to see you at the second half. And here we go again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thrylos 7 International at Giorgios Karaiskakis. Olympiacos Braga 1-0. Sorry about that, guys, but you see I'm also doing a vlog at the same time. It costs us little hands, we get busy again if I don't do it, right? So anyway, here's Braga now with Mateus. Let's get back on Olympiacos' high press is working wonders so far. It didn't really work out in the first half. It really helped. And we have two changes for Braga after halftime. Jean-Baptiste Corby has taken Vitor Carvalho's place, and Ismael Corby has come on for Gabriel Martinez Aguilera. Excuse me, that's Gabriel Martinez who's out. Olympiacos are the exact same team that started the match. So we got Ismael Garbi who came on and Jean-Baptiste Corby came up. It's not the same surname, just letting you guys know. Olympiacos now trying to play out the right, but there's a foul by Rodinei, who should put them too high against Yakate. Here's Coutinho chasing the ball at Mateus. There's Rodinei who takes the ball. There's Celso Martins now. Pass it back to Mouchakidis. He's had a great match. Ortega now. Pass it back to Mouchakidis. Mouchakidis now to Carmo. Still same positioning I see from the Olympiacos players. Martins now. Back to Carmo. Carmo now to Ritsos. Costinha now to Carmo. Carmo now is going to pass it to Ortega to his left. Running for Carvalhal. There's Celso now. Celso, good pass. That's what we find his cross. Goes straight to Mateus. He tries to play it quickly, but there's no likes now. His clearance for Olympiacos is not a very good clearance. No? Thank God there's Eze. There's Rodinei now down the right. Olympiacos now with the momentum and the atmosphere. Rodinei passes it to Costinha. So there's Costinha now with the cross, but there's Mateus picking it up. It's like took his pass to Costinha with the cross. There's RMB and REMB. This possessed now with Celso. Celso will copy Celso again. Celso's going to look for the cross. It's cleared away, but Rodinei is coming to the ball. He passes it to Celso. Celso now passes it back to Ortega. Ortega now to Carmo. Olympiacos so much better. I gotta say, this must be Olympiacos' best match so far this season. Nothing like the horror that we saw with Olympiacos and Aris, let alone Lyon. Here's Eze now, picks up a loose clearance by Mateus. There's Costilla down the right, Rodinei in there for help, and that's a foul for Olympiacos. Olympiacos' subs are warming up down the far right. Braga subs have not stopped warming up for the entire match. But Olympiacos' subs have just started warming up on the other side of the pitch. I see Zucchino now ready to take on that free kick. It's in a very good position down the right. All it needs is a very good cross. Zucchino now whips it in. And Braga, going through everyone at Braga. There's Carmo. Carmo, and that's a free kick. Ancora un colpito Svensson, ma questo si può So Bruma now down the left, the expertly stopped by Santiago Eze. It's also been having a very good game. Now going to be passes it to Andre. Andre now down to his left. Scarpi. Back to Mateus. Catena. Bruma. There was a handball there. No booking there. Olympiacos right back, isn't it? Something lucky. Braga now laying down the right where Ricardo is. Ricardo still with the ball. Passes it back to Bordi. Ricardo, excuse me. And here's Rodinei. Rodinei's going to go all the way. Another mistake by Braga. Rodinei too quick. And there's the shot. There's the goal. They are looking for a third. Olympiacos are smelling blood in the water. guys. I don't want to say it's a hamstring injury, but he is holding that area. Olympiacos is now in. I think William is getting ready to come on. I can see down the bench at Olympiacos. William's only waiting for him. The finger is down now. He's being checked by the physios. Very, very pleasant. Now he's walking towards the free throw line. I'm not seeing much action down the Olympiacos bench. Nobody's on the touchline but Jose Luis Mendilibar, the manager. What a game he has put together. And it's Chiquinho's coming off, guys. Chiquinho is injured. He's picked up an injury. It's going to be very... The next few days are going to be very interesting, guys, because we're talking about one of the best players, one of the most influential players. He's hurt. And the physios have notified that he's about to make a change. And it's going to be William, who's in full gear now, ready to come on for Chiquinho. Chiquinho got injured after that shot of 55 minutes. Oh, wait a minute, Chiquinho's back on, actually. He is back on, though. William is still on the touchline. He is getting ready to come on. William is definitely going to come on. But Chiquinho is continuing the match. And here's Ortega down the left. That's in fact El Cabi. Chiquinho, he is limping right now. Chiquinho is limping. William coming on now for Chiquinho. He cannot continue. Very normal action. The ex-Premier League superstar William is going to replace the ex-Chelsea Arsenal and Fulham star. This is on the 58th and the 58th minute. I'm gonna try and ask Jose Luis Mendilibar during the press conference. Guys, do join the press conference. The post-match press conference. I'm gonna ask him about Chiquinho and see what's going on there. What are the initial signs? Now Mateus clears the ball. Ricardo now trying to release his brother Andre. There's Garbi. Asking back in the cafe. Olympiacos now, we steal the ball again. There's William now with his first touch. Nothing much to it. He had two players on him. Alexis clears it, and it's out for a free throw for Braga down the left. George is really loving this match, as you can tell. George, can you confirm that you can hear me? El Capina with the pressure on Mateus. And there's Olympiacos again. I got fire for Olympiacos. A fourth goal is in no way out of grabs. 3-0. Can you hear me now, George? Olympiacos are 3-0 ahead, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What a match this is. What an incredible performance by everyone involved. Christos Mouzakitis with such an amazing performance in midfield, making his case for a starting position in a three-man midfield with Chiquinho and Eze. Obviously, we're going to have to see how Chiquinho is. And obviously now the Olympiacos fans are waiting for the derby with Panathinaikos. They are gearing up for that big match against Panathinaikos. Olympiacos want to make a 2 out of this. And I remind you, if Olympiacos beat Panathinaikos, then Diego Alonso, the manager, is almost definitely gone. But that's one match at a time. This match is not over yet, guys. But I believe none of us is missing Carlos Carvalhal right now. Anyway, so Olympiacos Braga 3-0. Ayoub El Kabi opened the goal scoring in the 45th minute. It seems like it's going down as an own goal for João Ferreira because it deflected on him, that amazing curling effort. Santiago Eze made it 2-0 in the 53rd minute, and Ayoub El Kabi in the 59th minute, pretty much stealing Olympiacos' first 3 points in the league phase of the Europa League. Ortega now going to play from the left to El Kabi. Bad pass to Mouzakitis. That's a free throw for Braga down the left. George, thank you so much for all the help, buddy. You have been amazing tonight. George, I'm not too sure who the man of the match is going to be. Probably El Kabi. But my man of the match is George Botsis. You the man, George. You the man. Santiago Eze has been booked with a yellow card in the 63rd minute just now. I think it had to do with protesting. Braga now trying something between a cross and a shot. Desperately wide that. There's Zelso now down the left. Pass it back to Ortega. Ortega to Mouzakitis. Amazing long ball. And Costinia gets to it. What a player Mouzakitis is. Olympiacos have an amazing player for years to go. Willian now passing it back to Eze. Willian again to Rodine down on the right. Let's see now with a cross. Whips it in. There's no one there. Mateos picks it up. Trying to play out the back still, but Braga are. There's RMB passing it to Andre. Not a great match from Andre Horta. I mean, he did cause Braga's first. He did bring Olympiacos' opener. Quite an assist. We'll take that. But not a good game from Andre Horta. Now, George, thank you for keeping me company, man. You have been incredible throughout this entire match. Absolutely fantastic. Carmo now at the back. passing it to Ortega down the left. 65 minutes of Karaiskaki. Ortega trying to release Zelson. Too much power into that through ball. And yeah, George, literally everyone here at Karaiskaki is now thinking about Panathinaikos, except the 11 players on the pitch, the 9 players on the bench, and of course, Jose Luis Mendilibar in the dugout. Braga are preparing 3 changes right now. El Kabi trying to get into the ball. There's Willian passing it to Ortega. Ortega to Zelson. Zelson now. Still with the ball. Zelson with 3 players. He's bested right there. And now Braga going to make a triple change. So I see Marin coming off. And Andre Horta. Marin and Andre Horta are out. Andre getting a warm applause and returning it to the fans. A bad night though. He cost a goal for Braga, the opener, when he cleared it towards the back. There's Zelson now, but he's offside. So Roger Fernandez comes on for Adrian Marin, Victor Gomez on for Andre Horta, and Amin El-Wazani for Roberto Fernandez. All those changes took place in the 68th minute. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Braga have really been struggling with a high press. Now they're trying to get something going. Down the right with Ferreira. Ferreira trying to release Fernandez. But it's a free throw now. Down the right for Braga. Zelson now. Felkabi, there's a foul on Zelson. And it's a yellow card to Joao Ferreira. Joao Ferreira penalized for a foul on Gelson Martins, who was on his way for a dangerous counterattack. Brought him down in quite a tactical and cynical way. Yes, indeed. Andre Horta got an ovation there, George. And he returned the favor. Not a great game for him. So there's Rodine down the right. Rodine cannot dribble past Ari MB. Now Braga trying to play out the back. Willian with the pressure. Nyakate tries to clear it. He finds support, but Olympiacos now with the ball, and they get it now with Carmo. Carmo now to, I think it was Moussakidis. No, it wasn't Moussakidis. That one is Eze. Apologies, that's Eze. What a night this is turning out to be for all Olympiacos fans. If you haven't done so, please do like and subscribe. Support us on Patreon. And of course, we are nominated for an award. Do not forget to vote for us. Here is Braga, though. This is dangerous, and Zolaki stops them. Braga still with the ball. Down the left. Here's a shot, and it's cleared on the line by Carmo. Amazing there by Carmo. And it's a corner kick for Braga. And Olympiacos now are going to make 2 changes. Sergio Oliveira is going to come on, as will Andreas Toy. So Laki's down now. He's down on the pitch. Probably hurt his hand while trying to stop that Braga attack. I think it was from Ricardo Horta, that shot, that Carmo cleared from this goal line. Zolaki seems fine. He's back up to his feet, thankfully. Can't afford another injury after Chiquinho. Here's the corner kick for Braga, and Zolakis picks it up with ease. Zolakis now with a long ball towards El Kabi, but he's beaten in the air by Nyakate. Braga now trying to break through. But Braga just struggling so much with the high press. Olympiacos, such a great job here with the high press. Ferreira now down the right. Passes it back to Corbi. Ricardo now trying to release Fernandez down the right, but he is beaten by Ortega. And it's a free kick for Olympiacos. We're going to make two changes now with Doi and Oliveira coming on for the Greek Giants. Celson Martins is coming off now for Sergio Oliveira. Panos Retsos coming off for Doi. So that's the end of the game for Olympiacos' captain, who recently came back from an injury. And Sergio Oliveira coming on for Celson Martins. And Rodinei now is wearing the captain's armband. So to recap, Panos Retsos and Celson Martins out for Sergio Oliveira and Andreas Doi. Rodinei now Olympiacos' captain. That's in the 73rd minute. Ortega now going to get things going for Olympiacos with a long throw. Braga regaining possession. So it's going to be David Carmo and Andreas Doi at centre back now, with Sergio Oliveira now in midfield with Musakiti Sanese. And so Willian now has moved to the left wing to replace Celson Martins, which is his natural position, really. I mean, he's a number 10 and a left winger, really, Willian is. What a night that would be if Willian scored as well, like, get him going as well, get this amazing signing going. Eze now. He loses the ball in midfield there. Braga, though, just cannot find space. A long ball there to nothing and no one. So Lakis just clears it out for a free throw. Braga now. Braga are not giving up, though. They are still looking to get something out of this affair. Of course, it's going to take a lot against a very, very, very game Olympiacos side. Mateus clears it. Now to João Ferreira down the right. João Ferreira, he finds Ricardo. Ricardo now still with the ball, finds Fernandez. Fernandez now tries a long ball. Down on the other side. But there's Costinha stealing the ball. Still Costinha, and that's a foul. The referee lets it play on. There's Rodinei now holding on to the ball. El Kabi loses it to Gorbi. Here's Ricardo now. Ricardo passes it to his left. Braga are looking for that late goal, something to get the match going for them. But Olympiacos so composed. Sergio Oliveira now tries to clear the ball. It catches a deflection. And Olympiacos now picking the ball up with Zolakis, who's going to take his good time to clear the ball. And another Olympiacos player is down on the right. I cannot tell from here who it is. And remember, I have no monitors. Can't tell who that is. But it seems that player's back up to his feet, so everything is fine. fine to continue there. I'll tell you what, if this Olympiacos team plays against Panathinaikos, well, our eternal rivals are in big, big trouble. El Kabi now, can he get to it? No, Mateus picks it up. 75 minutes at Georgios Karaskakis, Olympiacos 3-0 ahead. Google is giving the first goal as an own goal by Ferreira, but the teleprompter here is giving it to El Kabi. So a brace by El Kabi and a goal by Santiago Eze. And it's Eze, according to my new best friend, George Botsis. It was Eze who was down on the pitch. Ortega now passes to Willian. Very bad pass there from the Brazilian. Fernandez tries to play around. Braga are composed, though. They were just done by those three awful mistakes, all of which came as a result of the high press. Now there's Rodine down the right. Sergio Oliveira passes it back to Costinia. Costinia now to Carmo. No, that was Doi, excuse me. They all have the same haircut. Musakitis. Eze, Oliveira, still Oliveira. Eze passes it to his left to Ortega. Ortega now releases Musakitis. What a game this young man has had. And that's a free throw for Olympiacos. Ortega gonna get things going now. Ortega to El Kabi, chests it down for Musakitis. Back to El Kabi. El Kabi now, he doesn't have any support. There's Willian. Willian to Ortega. Ortega tries to dribble through, but that's a foul. He tried to dribble past two players. Those were Fernandez and Gomez, but he was ultimately fouled. Willian is going to take this one. Why isn't Oliveira taking this? It's a good position down the left. Needs a very good cross. Willian is very good at those things. Proved it in the Premier League with Chelsea and Fulham. Fulham, of course, wanted to sign him on another one-year deal. He turned it down. Willian with a cross. He whips it in. There's El Kabi, but just over the bar, just over the crossbar. Very good game by Ayoub El Kabi. There's Braga now still playing out the back. Ferreira. But they are forced back. Braga are continuously forced back. And Olympiacos are preparing another change. And it's Lorenzo Pirola. Olympiacos now going to get a lot more defensive. So I can see Doi now moving to midfield, unless Jose Luis Mendilibar takes Carmo off. Braga just cannot find space. They cannot find a way to attack. Oh, it's not just Pirola. Who else is it? Masouras. Yorgos Masouras coming back from his injury soon. There's a player we've really missed. And very, very welcome back. Very, very welcome. Very good to see him back. And here we go then. Lorenzo Pirola and Yorgos Masouras ready to come on for Olympiacos. And it's David Carmo who's coming off, so it's going to be Lorenzo Pirola and Andreas Doi at center back. A very warm ovation for Olympiacos' star defender. Let's see now who's going off for Masouras. Rodine, of course. So Masouras takes Rodine's place, and Masouras will also wear the captain's armband for the rest of the match, which is 10 more minutes as we've reached the 80th minute mark. And Archidi, you need to explain to us, what is it that you love about Andre Horta? The way he played today, the way he played for Olympiacos, or the fact that he created the opener? Please let us know in the comments section. Here's Braga now, trying to attack from the right. There's the cross, but straight to Zolakis. No problem for the Greece international who's been called up for duty for the Nations League match against England at Wembley. Of course, though, we expect Odysseas Vlachodimos, the Newcastle goalkeeper, to start. Even though Tsolakis is the only goalkeeper Greece has now that's active and is a starter, because Vlachodimos is a distant second in the pecking order at Newcastle behind Nick Pope. An amazing goalkeeper, nevertheless. Here's Braga now with the attack down the left. But it's cleared now. Here's Ortega now. Doi now clears it towards El Kabi, but he's dealing with two defenders there. There's Mouzakitis. Heads it down to Masouras for his first touch of the match. Welcome back, Yorgo. Welcome back, Yorgo. Braga now are regaining possession. Masouras getting a very strong ovation, and he deserves it so much. There's El Kabi now. Olympiacos now in the attack. There's Eze. That is too strong. Too much power on that pass there from the Olympiacos center forward. Olympiacos trying to win it back, but Braga hold on to the ball. 82 minutes at Karaiskaki. Ortega now heads the ball away, and it's a free throw down the left for Olympiacos. There's Willian now. Willian has so much space. Still Willian, and he earns a foul. Very good position for Olympiacos. That could even go for a shot. But I think we're going to see a cross or a pass down the left. Of course, Mouzakitis played Dirmus Loner, and he had an amazing game, and he's still on the pitch. First ever 90 minutes in Europe for Christos Mouzakitis on his debut in Europe. A starter, full 90 minutes, and what a game he's had in midfield. Very composed, amazing passing. His crosses are just out of this world. Definitely one for the future, and I think we found our midfield trio in Eze, Chiquinho, and Mouzakitis. Hopefully Chiquinho, who got injured, is not too badly hurt. Hopefully we'll see him against Panathinaikos. Now Oliveira with the ball. Finally Oliveira going to deliver a set piece. Let's see what that's going to do. Oliveira now whips it in. And there's Pirola. I couldn't find anyone there. No one in time to push the ball in the back of the net. Pirola was met down down the right. He passed it down. There's Mouzakitis now. He passed it into the penalty area, but there was no one there to push it in. There's Willian. Still Willian. Is that a foul? No foul from the referee. Braga clear it. Ortega now going for the header. Gets a touch. Keeps the ball alive. There's Mouzakitis. What an amazing touch by that 17-year-old. The ball, though, is given away. A very bad clearance there by Braga. 84 minutes at Georgios Karaiskakis. Kostinia playing it out from the right. Ball is in the air, still in the air. There's a very nice take by Dirmus Loner. Yes, I'm glad, Costa. Also, Costa, I would risk to say that our midfield against Panathinaikos would be Mouzakitis, Eze, Bakoulas, and Doi. That's a very packed midfield there. So Mouzakitis the number 8, Eze sort of a box-to-box kind of guy. Bakoulas the number 6. Well, Bakoulas is the number 6 actually. And Doi at number 6. Well, that's quite a midfield there. But you never know, Dirmus, you never know. 85 minutes at Georgios Karaiskakis, 5 minutes until full time. And change, of course, whatever stoppage time we see. An amazing match by Olympiacos. The best match so far this season by far. Nice and early to get a big European win against a strong European side. Let's not forget this is the team that eliminated Panathinaikos from Europe, from the Champions League last season. Let's not forget that. Here's Mouzakitis now with the ball. Pass it to El Kabi to Willian down the left. Willian passes it back to Ortega. And there's Pirola with the ball. There's Olympiacos now. They're looking for that fourth goal. Olympiacos really want a fourth. A nice tribute by Thrylos towards the our fallen comrades of Thrylos, singing "Αδέρφια ζείτε, εσείς μας οδηγείτε." Our brothers, you live and you show the way. Always very emotional hearing this. Always very emotional hearing this at Giorgios Karaiskakis. Well, Dirmus wants to see Koutsidis starting for Olympiacos. Koutsidis and Retsos, or Koutsidis and Karmo, well, you can't bench Karmo, especially when you only have him for one season. And I mean, the pair now is Karmo and Retsos. And when you have a good center-back pairing, it's good to just stick with that. So, I mean, Koutsidis is an incredible player, and he has a great future ahead of him at Olympiacos. But why break? I mean, you don't break something no need to fix something that's not broken. Ortega now gets booked for a late challenge on Fernandez. That is warranted, to be fair. That was warranted. A late tackle down Fernandez, down the right to Fernandez. 88 minutes at Giorgios Karaiskakis. A foul for Braga down the right at a good position. Whips it in. It's cleared from Olympiakos' defense. Sergio Oliveira trying to move the ball forward. His opponent is too strong, and there's a shot that's trying to catch Jolakis off guard. Didn't work out though. Ortega has had a good match though, to be fair to Dirmus. He had quite a good match there, Ortega did. Ferreira tried to catch Jolakis off guard with a long shot. There's Ortega, steals the ball. There's Oliveira. Oliveira cannot hold on to it. He wrestles for the ball there with Gorbi. Braga win it though. There's Garbi playing it down to Fernandez. Fernandez has Joao Ferreira for support and a very good through ball. But there is Pirola to save Olympiakos' flushes there. There's William now from the free throw. Still William with the ball. Trying to release Eze. Mendilibar getting a massive chant here. Olympiacos fans showing their love to the Basque tactician. I don't know if you can hear it. Mouzakitis. There's Masuras to Oliveira. Oliveira to Ortega down the left. El Kabi. And now Mouzakitis getting a very strong chant. The fans are loving Christos Mouzakitis, the 17-year-old sensation. Mouzakitis, oe, oe, oe. Three more minutes of added time to go until full time. Zolakis now with the long ball. El Kabi with a header. There's Masouras, dispossessed. Now Ortega now clears it towards Masouras. Heavy touch there. Oliveira now tries to get the ball. Oliveira is beaten a lot. He's being overpowered a lot in midfield. Not a very good performance by the Portuguese ace. You're absolutely right, Dirmus. Absolutely well deserved for Mouzakitis to have the entire stadium of Giorgos Karaiskakis singing his name. And yeah, of course, Mouzakitis played a huge role, but everyone played well. There's Masouras now. The ball goes out for, did it make it out for a corner kick? It's not a corner kick. It's not just Mouzakitis though, guys. It's everyone. Everyone played really well. Celso Martins came back from injury and he was sensational down the wing. Eze and Chiquinho in midfield as well. Olympiacos' defense. Ortega down the left. Rodine and Costinha together down the right, which I think that's what's going to happen now. I think Rodine is going to be a winger from now on. He's not going to be a right back anymore. Costinha is going to be behind him. So if I'm Velde, Willian, Yazici, Martins, well, you know, I'm probably not going to see myself playing down the right anytime soon. There's Braga now. Olympiacos give away a corner kick. And now, of course, the Olympiacos fans calling for Panathinaikos' scalp next weekend. Of course, that's what everyone is thinking about. But I bet you Mendilibar is still not thinking about it, even though we are in the second minute of stoppage time. There is a header from Braga, but it goes out for a free kick. And we are in the second minute of stoppage time here at Giorgos Karaiskakis. Olympiacos Braga 3-0. I bet you though, Mendilibar is still thinking about Braga, except for now. It's over. The game is over. It's full time. Olympiacos Braga 3-0. A minute earlier. I don't know why they stopped the game so early. What a performance by Olympiacos. By far their best performance this season. Let's read this comment here from Dirmus. Mouzakitis absolutely deserves it. He was in the academy since 9 years old and said it was my dream to play in the first team and might get love from fans through my effort and work. I agree with you, Costa, all of them, but to me the spotlight goes a little forward to our youngsters because of emotional reason. I see what you mean, my friend. I see what you mean. So full time at Karaiskakis. Olympiacos Braga 3-0. Ayoub El Kabi back at it with 2 goals today. Ayoub El Kabi opened the scoring in the 45th minute, just a couple of minutes before halftime, before stoppage time. Andre Horta, the former Olympiacos player, now playing for Braga, gave the ball away with a reckless mistake. Celso Martins had set up El Kabi, who fired a wonderful curling shot that beat Mateus. Then the second half, Olympiacos doubled the lead nice and early in the 53rd minute with Santiago Eze. Rodine tried a low cross from the right. It deflected. And Eze, the incoming Eze, hit the ball in the back of the net. And then El Kabi, only 6 minutes later, he finished it up with an assist by Rodine, making it 3-0 for Olympiacos. And now the Olympiacos players are going to Thrylos to celebrate with our fans and show their appreciation. And now I need to record the Olympiacos fans celebrating with the Olympiacos players. The Olympiacos players are lining up in front of Thrylos to show their appreciation. And there it is, the song. Είσαι στο μυαλό κάτι μαγικό. Όπου πας εσύ. I'm going to let you hear them. What an atmosphere. This bond between the players and the fans, it's one of the most rare things in football. I have covered so many Premier League matches. I rarely see this bond between players and fans. And now they're calling for Panathinaikos to go down next. And remember, if Olympiacos beat Panathinaikos, I cannot see Diego Alonso remaining as Panathinaikos manager. So Olympiacos Braga 3-0. Olympiacos pick up their first 3 points in the Europa League this season in the league phase. Olympiacos now are earning momentum. Of course, it's going to be a long, long road now in Europe. Next game now against Panathinaikos. This coming weekend at Oaka. The two teams locking horns on Sunday at the Olympic Stadium where Olympiacos used to play. And then Olympiacos are facing, then it's the international break. And Olympiacos will be back in action at Karaiskaki on October 20 against Levadiakos before visiting Malmö on October 24 in our next Europa League match. Reminding you that Malmö are the team that eliminated PAOK from the Champions League. A fantastic performance. Olympiacos finally applying the high press to perfection, absolute perfection. Braga were constantly under pressure, their midfield and their defense. Amazing performance by the trio in midfield of Santiago Eze, Christos Mouzakidis, and Chiquinho. Hopefully Chiquinho as well. I'm going to ask now in the press conference, see what's going on, see if we're going to have him against Panathinaikos. Mouzakidis just announced himself to the world, really. Fantastic performance, amazing passing, stunning crosses, positioning. Like his positioning shows is of a player that's not 17 years old, it's someone who's been playing for at least 10 years. Mouzakidis has earned a starting position tonight, guys. Zelson Martins with a fantastic return from injury. And Ayoub El Kabi, of course, scoring his first goals in the Europa League after finishing as the top goal scorer in the Europa Conference League last season. Do we have any final thoughts here? Yeah, guys, of course, don't forget to watch the post-game analysis with my co-host, Aris Bouloubasis, Kostas Levogiannis, Labros Sirmos, Dimitris Kouintsidis, and Martial Debo. Don't forget to watch those guys. They're going to give you, this is going to be amazing, the analysis. The kind of analysis you never see in Greece, very in-depth, a lot of stats, and a lot of knowledge by those guys. I think of our youngsters as our brothers because they were in the academy since they were very young. You're very right, Dirmus. Είσαι στο μυαλό κάτι μαγικό. You're absolutely right, George. So, guys, I think I'm going to leave you now. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't done so, please do like and subscribe. Let's keep this channel growing here. So like and subscribe below. If you haven't done so, please do support us on Patreon and join our WhatsApp group. All the amazing perks that are coming with exclusive content that no one else can see. Plus, we're going to tell you everything we cannot say on camera, including right now. And of course, guys, we are nominated for Best International Podcast in the Football Content Awards on November 19 at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Please don't forget to vote in the description below. And don't forget, guys, we are facing a lot of competition in this award ceremony, but all of us together, all Greeks together, all Olympiacos fans together, anything is possible, guys. So please give us a vote in the first paragraph. The link is in the first paragraph. So, guys, I was Kostas Lianos, or Kostas with a K. Thank you so much for joining me in this match. I really enjoy doing this for you. I'm still learning how to do live commentary, but having you guys around me and having your amazing support, it always makes it so much easier. Thank you so much, guys, and I am going to see you soon.
Κάτι μαγικό!